I don't know. I mean, yes, but I don't know. I guess I think that there's probably pros and cons to that, but I don't really know much about the whole, you know, all the pros and cons to be.
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
No, I do not. Giving people more money so that they will actually be able to support themselves or have more spendable cash, which is kind of the concept that Henry Ford originally came up with back when he was starting Ford Motor Company. He paid his workers well because he knew they would then be able to afford to buy his cars.
People work harder, or more people would want to work places. I think it benefits everybody. It benefits the wage worker because they can meet their cost of living needs. I think it benefits the economy because the wage worker will have more surplus income to spend.
Just getting paid more and being able, because I know Seattle is really expensive to live in, so being able to afford, I know, the high living costs.
Because there'll be some dislocation initially, but once those folks earning minimum wage, their wages increase, they'll be buying more stuff, food, whatever, that will increase more demand for jobs. It's, you know, a percentage, but yeah, there may be a net loss initially, but it'll pick up in a couple of sales cycles.
I think small businesses can't afford $15 an hour for employees.
Just going to keep wanting more.
I think that when you get a job from a guy, he gets to set how much you get paid. And I think when we inflate the cost of how much a beginning worker gets paid, what it does is it closes how many beginning jobs are gonna be available to these people, like high school kids and stuff like that. Because if I'm going to pay a guy $15 an hour to do a job, I want to know that he can do it correctly. And I'm going to have a better shot at hiring somebody who's got more experience for that job rather than somebody who doesn't have experience for that job.
You know, maybe people don't have enough money to afford apartments or any.
There's a lot of small businesses.
I'm not seeing a consequence for not raising the minimum wage. I think you could argue that if you didn't raise it, that some people may be at a slight disadvantage. I mean, there's a reason we have a minimum wage to begin with, and I think it's more about not taking advantage of somebody. For instance, paying them 50 cents an hour versus, you know, what's our minimum wage now, $9.20 or something like that.
I think it may be difficult for some smaller businesses to meet the need, but overall I think after the initial impact the benefits outweigh the costs.
I don't know, living costs going up, like rent. Because I'm assuming, yeah, like most people, yeah, like pay rent. Because I live in Seattle, like I go to UW and rent's really expensive in the U District.
True.
So,
Crankiness on the Republican side.
I think there's possibility that some prices will be raised. I also know that in some parts of the world they have raised the minimum wage, and usually productivity compensates for that, and the prices don't go as high as the business expect it's going to.
that kind of sucks.
I like it.
That's understandable. I mean, I would expect that some businesses may have to raise their prices. I would hope that it's the smaller businesses that really have the need and that the larger corporations don't do it just to take advantage of it. I think larger corporations can bear the brunt of $15 an hour, but smaller locally owned businesses or privately owned businesses may need to raise prices, and I'd be willing to pay it. It helps, it benefits everybody, it benefits the economy.
I didn't know that, but I mean, I'm not surprised because, yeah. Sorry, this
No, that's perfect.
I don't know much about the minimum wage
Wait, which class was this?
debate or anything.
If they want to. There might be some items that are already profit sensitive. I mean, just fractional. But when you think of anything you you buy that's manufactured. Divide that retail price by 7, that's about how much it costs to make. There is enough room within the profit schedule to adjust. I don't think anyone would mind paying 10 cents more for a hamburger if everyone's going to be able to buy food that we need for people serving. I don't think that's unreasonable.
I mean, I think it can, but just with, yeah, my parents own a small business and I worked for a small business and they would go out of business. And so you just have big corporations getting bigger and small businesses going under, so.
Well, it's sort of encapsulated in the answer I just gave you about if we inflate that cost is going to get passed on to the lowest worker. So that's what I think the problem is it's going to inflate the cost of everything. Gasoline, fast food. I'm trying to think of all the places where people are getting minimum wage and what that's going to mean to those people who are getting minimum wage. So it's going to increase the cost of their goods that they buy.